I think we need a timeout. So, take a deep breath. This is going to be super easy. It's going to be so easy, you're going to be like, "What? Why is this so ridiculously easy?" Take a deep breath into your belly through your nose. Hold it as long as you want, and then breathe it out through your mouth. I'm not going to guide you through it, just breathe. Do you remember what life was like before just before? Not before when you were like happy or sad or any of that cliche shit. Just try to remember the thing you know you can remember, but you kind of forgot it's there. I want you to take your right hand and put it on right below your like Adam's apple area, in between your shoulder blades, but on the front. So like the I think it's the clavicle. It doesn't matter if you do it in the back of the neck or the front of the neck, just around the base of your neck. You can use your left hand on the back of your neck and the right hand on the front, and gently put your palms there and feel your pulse. Not with your fingertips, but with your hand. And just keep breathing. You don't have to keep breathing heavily or, softly or any kind of procedure. Just breathe. Do you feel your heartbeat? Do you feel your emotions? Simply acknowledge what you feel. Doesn't matter what it is. You can feel that this is crazy and a waste of time. That's totally valid. Just do it. So now your hands are sensing your pulse through the base of your neck and top of your shoulders. You're aware of your emotions. What are you thinking? Don't react emotionally to your thoughts. It doesn't matter what they are. I'm simply asking you to be aware of what you're thinking. It doesn't matter if it's judgmental. It doesn't matter if it's paying attention to the squeaky chair. It doesn't matter if you're thinking about Lily. It doesn't matter. Just be aware. And take your hands and go like this on top of your head. Kind of like this. Just keep scratching the top of your head. You probably want to shake your head and adjust your shoulders and stuff, so go for it. If you're sitting, try standing and just stretch the back of your legs out. Like the back of your knees, your butt, your fingers, your toes to stretch. If you want, tense up all your muscles, like as hard as you can, like you're about to implode. And then just release it and feel the tingles, or the relaxation, whatever you want to call it. Now, whatever's going on in your reality, whatever it is, from people passing away to people getting sick, or people being totally healthy and alive, and you have this, fantastical life, whatever it is, just let it be. You can't control everything. You really can't. As much as people say that you create your reality and all that, you're still a part of a collective, and other people's opinions, words, fears, energies, thoughts, vibrations affect yours. And if you're not aware of your own heartbeat, you'll probably think that what you're feeling is yours, when it really isn't. I want you to feel all that grief you're hiding inside. That anger, that resentment, that a feeling of neglect or abandonment. Even the feelings of complete success and beauty and well-being and having lots of money and the comfort and ease of life. Think about it for a minute. Like, really feel all of your problems or all of your blessings, whichever one you want, wherever you are at this stage in your life. Just feel it. Now, but while you're feeling this, while you're conjuring up your shadows and your light, put your hand on your heart and really put your awareness into your hand. Be really aware of your hand, as if your hand is aware of you. Like, are you aware of that plant right now? Look at the plant, but become aware that you have a hand. Pay attention to the palm of your hand. You can look at it, but it would help if you don't look at it and think about the palm of your hand. There's a reason why I'm having you do this. It's not a guided, oh, I'm going to help you find peace. No, I'm helping you find you. So look at the plant, but be aware of the hand on your body that has a palm area right there. Be aware of that spot. Think about it. You know how you're aware of a spot when it hurts? Be aware of the spot now that it's fine. On your hand, not mine. Now, take that hand and everything you feel and put it on top of your heart. And sense your heartbeat. Be aware of your heart. Like, it's basically, 2-3 inches from the palm of your hand once you put your hand on your chest. Be aware of it. Now, all that terrible stuff, or all those beautiful blessings that you have, or both, and all the blame and all the gratitude you have towards people, including yourself. I want you in the back of your mind, in your subconscious, in your conscious, on a post-it note, a letter you write to yourself, a string you wrap around your finger. Remind yourself, really remind yourself, and ask yourself, is all of the crap you keep thinking about and all the things in your reality. Everything you experience from the minute you open your eyes till you go to sleep. Is any of it worth feeling conflict over? Is anything in your life worth going to another person and arguing or fighting, yelling, blaming, accusing, wishing ill upon them? Is anything in your life so horrible that you would rather laugh at someone on the floor than go and pick them up? Or is everything in your life so beautiful and wonderful that when you see horrible things happening, you just turn, a blind eye and you're like, well, I'm just going to ignore that because my life is too pretty? Remember, we're in duality here, and you can have paradoxical emotions and thoughts at the same time. You must become aware of what is actually yours within you. The judgments, the criticisms, the gratitude, the blessings, facial features, your clothes, the way you live, the way you act, your behavior. Is any of it actually what you want to do throughout the day? Or is it what's been imposed on you and told that that's what you should be doing by genetics, family, environment, nature, nurture, whatever? Is it yours? Is that grief yours? Is that sorrow yours? Are you really grateful for what you have, or do you just say that you are? Are you really doing light work, or do you just say that you are because you had, you think of one pleasant thought and you're like, sent you thoughts and prayers? Are you really angry at somebody, or are you angry at yourself for not listening to your intuition to do better with that person or yourself? Are you really angry? Or are you so numb to anger that you've become accustomed to numbness as if it's normal? Or are you so normal that you think expressions of emotions are detrimental? Do you even know what normal is? Or do you consider normal a stereotype or a fad or impossible or whatever? What's normal to you? Not to them. To you. You're never alone, even when you think you are. Everything you're seeing is a projection of your own subconscious, plastered onto your auric field. What you're seeing right here is another version of you. And this is the life I'm living here. For now. Is any of it mine? No. Did I choose all of these choices when I had better choices available to me at that exact moment? Or did I make the best of what I had? Are you making the best choices for you? Or are you letting other people make choices for you? Do you get up every morning or before you go to sleep at night, and do you spend at least 60 seconds imagining what life could be like if it was really up to you? It doesn't matter if you're the villain or the hero. It doesn't matter if you're a victim or a perpetrator. It doesn't matter. That's a role you're playing, and it's irrelevant after however long your lifespan is. It's all irrelevant. What is relevant is that you know who you are and what you carry into this world and what you carry out from it. When all the memes are gone, when all your reasons and excuses and procrastination is done, when all of the people that supposedly pissed you off and betrayed you and hurt you are gone, when all the people that you wronged that you regret wronging are gone, when it's just you at the end of infinity, looking back at yourself about to loop through eternity again, would you relive the same life? Or would you take the best moments of this life and make them the worst moments of your next life? You have a choice. Your choices might not be very good, but they get better. You can start with one seed and add more and more and more and more and more. You can add color to your life, and you can have the shadows accentuate. You can do your light work for yourself, not for them. Because while you're trying to heal them and spread truth and share lies and tell people what's going on and fight wars and heal the sick and care for the elderly and take care of the children and do all of these things, who's taking care of you? When you're doing all that energy work and you're carrying the burdens of an entire planet that's too busy fighting their reflection to clean up their own mess, when you're busy with that, are you doing them a favor by helping them? Or are you just allowing them and enabling them to continue the stupidity that you're also partaking in? There comes a fine line between waking people up and realizing that it's best that they wake up on their own and you create the environment for them to wake up in that is pleasant. You cannot wake somebody with a fucking siren. You can't wake them by scaring them awake. You can't wake them by telling them they're God. You can't wake them by telling them they're magical and this is the law of attraction and the reality is this or that. You can't do that. It doesn't work. You're not the first species to try to wake up itself. What does work is not listening to that and expecting that to tell you how to grow like this. Because things that you see on screens and hear from other people are not the air, the light, the earth, the water, the fire that you need. Because they're coming from outside of you, which means they're outside of your auric field, bringing information, code into your field, which means it's influencing you. Influence. Does that sound familiar to you? Mass influence upon you, right? You don't want that. You want your influence on you. You want your own soul's influence on you so that the rest of them can see how to be better by being themselves. Not by worrying about makeup or facial features or energy or what he's doing or what she's doing or what happened or what didn't happen. It doesn't matter. You don't even see the same color red that person over there sees. You don't even see this color as what I see it as. You don't taste food the way I taste it. I don't hear sounds the way you hear them. You have to be you first before you can be part of them. So before you go out and try to think that you're hot shit or you're cold diarrhea or you're whatever you want to be before you even pretend to put on that crown or the emperor's cloak and walk around the world thinking that you're amazing, check yourself. Are you amazing, or do you have other people's energy in you that you're feeding off of to make up for what you're not doing for yourself? Are you emulating yourself, or are you emulating other people? Is the way your hand feels the way that your hand feels? Do you feel the way you did before you dated the last person you dated? Or did you allow them to change who you are? Are you holding things against your parents just so that you can make excuses for not living up to your own potential? Are you sacrificing your own financial success because you're afraid to be successful? Do you even appreciate a cloud in the sky? Or are you too busy talking about chemtrails? Can you appreciate a child laughing, or are you too busy worried about pedophilia and murder? It's a choice. Horrible things happen. And the time to take action is after you take action on yourself to make yourself someone that is reliable, stable, secure, full of integrity and loyalty. Someone who's noble. Someone with valor and grace. Someone with poise and power. And not power over other people, but power over your own self-criticism. Your thoughts, your emotions to your thoughts, and your actions to the emotions to your thoughts create your reality. If you're listening to what everyone else is doing, you're helping them create a reality none of you want to live in. Because all of you are talking about what you don't want, and what everyone's getting is what they don't want. Because you keep talking about it. Because you've been made to feel bad about not acknowledging the shit in the world. Like, remember when you were a kid and your mom like, look at your room, clean up that mess. You can't do this until you clean up that mess. Look at the world now. Clean up your mess. Don't clean up their mess. Don't do it for them. Do not clean up their mess. Clean up your own front yard. Clean up your fucking house. Clean up your body. Clean up your relationships. Clean up your thoughts to yourself. And then when you're clean, you can go clean them by showing them how to clean themselves. I've spent so much time, so much effort, so much emotion attempting to, for myself and for the people around me, to wake people up. And I've realized it's pure ego. It's pure fucking ego. What I had to do was wake myself up. Accept my own divinity, my own essence, the spirit inside myself. That force of existence, that word of God, that thought of God in me. Before I could tell you that so-and-so card means this in your life, or that so-and-so is doing this or that. And I'm still doing it. I'm still having to look at myself by looking at the world. And instead of going out to the world and being a Facebook warrior or a fucking social media queen and being like, this is what's happening. No, like, okay, that's for other people. What I'm here to bring you isn't any of that. I'm here to hold that mirror right up to your face. Like getting right up into your auric field and saying, do you see me or do you see yourself? I don't want you looking at me. I want you to hear you and the part of you that you've blocked off through me. If everyone in the world just takes a minute and really ask themselves, do I really want to fight anybody anymore? Do I really want to be the last warrior left in a pile of dead bodies at the end of time? Because I didn't want to put down the sword and say peace is more important than me fighting you for peace. They want this world so bad, let them have it. They want to destroy things so badly, let them destroy it. Give them more to destroy. It means nothing to you. You're infinite. It's all energy. What's been manifested can be remanifested. What's been destroyed can be recreated. What's been gone can be remembered. Nothing can take anything away from you. And if anything has been taken away from you, it's been to show you that you never needed it in the first place, and you were just becoming attached to it, which made you feeble in your own mind. It's like a god, a goddess being broken by a brown-eyed boy, and you're just sitting there like, oh, now I have to heal the world. I've been there. I'm telling you from experience. I'm not telling you things I haven't experienced. It's not worth it. The conflict, the fighting, the yelling, all it does is destroy your body and age you. You, not them. And then the sicker you get and the more unhealthy you become because of all the negative emotions you see and feel and keep recreating in a law of attraction loop, is what causes death. It's what causes premature aging and disease and illness. And then your authentic self gets silenced, and then you have issues with communication and acknowledging your own intuition because you've silenced yourself. Just imagine, really, everyone, everywhere, being like, hey, can we just stop fighting? And you can think of all the, can we get along memes you want. It's been made to be funny to you so that you dismiss it. And that's okay. It was genius to do so. Because it keeps your heads up your own asses to keep fighting. Because what? Peace? Peace is a joke. You can't have peace. You kind of can, because it's duality. You can have peace your entire life. You just simply choose to be within peace and not within conflict. You choose to go to conflict, then you're not experiencing peace, are you? If you're mad at somebody, you're not experiencing love with them. You're experiencing anger with them. It's a choice. And the choice to make, like, the action, the sensation, to go from anger to fuck it to, okay, fine, I love you, or like everything's, like if you're having an argument with your sister, instead of being like, never talking to her again, just be like, okay, I can either be angry, or I can realize that anger is just showing me that if I continue with it, I'll be less of myself. Do you ever feel like a better person for being angry? Do you ever feel better for insulting somebody? Or being cruel, or, whatever? Does it make you feel better? If it does, keep doing it. If it doesn't, don't do it. It's your reality. Just be aware of where you are in your reality and the choices you're making, because it is black and white. It is good versus evil, but only until you realize that the choice to experience duality itself is a choice. It's a choice you've made, and you've been too arrogant and prideful to unmake it. Admit that to yourself as well, because I had to, and it was one of the toughest things I've had to do. To look at myself and realize my anger, my excuses, my procrastination, and my blame of other people was simply so I wouldn't take responsibility for my own life. And then to choose that I should, to choose a better emotion instead of, being like, I should choose a bad emotion because it's easier and it makes me feel justified. I had to feel humble. I had to realize I can't control other people regardless of how much thought I put into it, because there's free will. You can't do anything to them. You're just doing it to the reflections of them that you see, which is just you. Even sending curses and dark magic and black magic or whatever to other people, you're not doing it to them, you're doing it to you. Because there's some force in existence that stops it. And I know some of you don't believe that, and it's okay. I know some of you are like, oh, but children get hurt and people get, bombs drop and this happens and that happens. Yeah, sure, in your reality. You have to comprehend what and how reality functions before you go off having your own, holy war against yourself. As long as you don't accept that reality functions in a certain way, you will be the reason why your reality fails. You're the demiurge of your reality, basically. Your thoughts are creating this sense of duality because you believe duality. There is no duality. There is no duality. It's simply a choice to be petty versus a choice to be noble. That's black and white. Your shadow, that side of you that keeps being your inner critic and telling you about the world, that's the part of you that you stop paying attention to. It's not your enemy. They're not your demons. They're you that you stop paying attention to because you thought they were weak. And now they've been mean to you so that you realize you're mean too. Or they're good to you so that you realize you're good too. It's a choice. There's more colors than just black and white. And whoever told you that it's just black and white, like me, is telling you that so that you can see it's not just black and white. Because you have to be shown what it isn't so that you can see what it is. As long as you live in duality and accept that it's duality, you're going to experience duality. And you're going to have choices to make, which every single choice is black or white. Fear or love, hate or forgiveness, joy or misery, calm or chaos. And people have made a lifestyle of this. They delve into chaos, they delve into glory, they delve into epiphanies, and they delve into miseries for no reason. And then they think they're powerful, when the true power comes from saying, no, it's not all white and black. It's also life and love and death and rebirth. And choices. Whenever you feel like you've made a bad choice, do what we did in the beginning of this video. Your hand on your heart, your neck, the back of your head, the front of your forehead, or your forehead. Check in with your body. First step in energy work is learning that you have a body without touching it. To becoming aware of areas of your body without touching them or looking at them. Begin to sense energy. You've been doing it for 34 minutes. Listening to my voice has put you on a different wavelength. Now you have a choice. Ride out the frequency that I've shared with you. And make choices with this vibration. Manifest with this energy. Heal yourself and send it back into the universe, cleaned and purified, back to where it belongs. Take a nice saltwater bath, listen to some music without lyrics, and just feel your presence. And then ask yourself if it's worth losing who you are to fight a battle for people who don't know who they are. They don't need you to protect them. They need you to show them that being scared is a choice. Be brave. Brave enough to know yourself.